I used to love Jello as a kid, but now can't do it anymore,
Damn.
man.
Did you switch up on Jello or did Jello switch up on you?
I'm gonna say Jello switched up on me, man. It doesn't taste the same, bro. I really, really, really want to own a nightclub. I'm gonna dish out some life advice, and this is gonna get kind of dark, so trigger warning to those who don't like talking about death. This poem is called "The Last Breath."
Hi, this is the first video I'm going to do on this channel. Zatho was a very interesting person to talk to, but just a heads up though, some topics we cover can be a bit dark, so just keep that in mind while watching. Okay, thank you. Fish tacos were your favorite thing.
Yeah.
Now, describe to me your dream fish taco that you would do anything for.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Maybe a better way of asking is like, if it's your birthday, how would you make a fish taco? How would you want it made for you?
So I probably want it grilled. First off, it's gotta be grilled, and it's gotta be on a corn tortilla. I don't know why, but flour tortillas for fish tacos, no bueno. It has to have like the chipotle mayo sauce, but it's gotta have like a good amount of it. Because I've been to places where they barely put any, and it's just not very good.
I feel you.
And it's gotta have that purple cabbage combo.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro.
So it's gotta be mayo, then the cabbage, then the fish, and then here's the cool part. Give me some like Torchy's tacos, if you ever heard of that place. Give me some of their queso, and then drizzle a little bit on top of the fish. And oh my god, I would die for that taco.
Yeah, that's a good taco. That sounds good. You know what?
I've never had the chance to make them.
No, I make them. And see, all right, this might sound a little weird. This is something I really like. Have you ever tried abalone?
I've never even heard of abalone. What is that?
Let me send you a picture of what abalone is. Hold on. This is what abalone is.
No, I've never tried that.
Right,
Looks
it's
kind of weird
delicious.
though.
I know it does look weird. I know it looks a little bit peculiar, but it's really delicious. Like,
it looks like a type of mussel.
yeah, it's related to a mussel. I mean, it's a mollusk, but it's not a bivalve. It's like a gastropod. It's a little distantly related, but it's in the same group.
Good. You started speaking in tongues there for a second.
I'm sorry,
make
bro.
out what you were saying.
My bad, bro. They're both in the same group, kinda.
You're good though.
I made abalone tacos before. They're pretty tough. Like, you kind of have to smash them with like a mallet. It's kind of like a meat tenderizer. You know what I mean? Those things. That's the only way to get it like edible. There's other ways, but it's abalone, the red cabbage, spicy mayo or chip mayo. It doesn't really matter. Just one of those like orange mayos. You know what I'm talking about? And then
Yeah.
right, if the mayo's orange, you know it's good. Let me think. What else did I put? I put mango in it, which was really good, and it was on a corn tortilla. I don't know if you like mango, but I love mango.
I used to love Jello as a kid, but now can't do it anymore,
Damn.
man.
Did you switch up on Jello or did Jello switch up on you?
I'm gonna say Jello switched up on me, man. It doesn't taste the same, bro.
Okay.
It doesn't hit. It does not hit the same. It just doesn't.
I get it.
I'm over here grilling for you.
Okay. All right. So while you're grilling, you're telling me about your server, right, and how it started. Tell me like what the goal was there, and I guess like recap a bit about.
Honestly, I didn't have a particular goal. I wasn't expecting it to like go off the way, like not pop off, but like go off the way it did. In a way, it fulfills me because I feel like I'm teaching myself a skill, and in a weird way, I am. So I'm a big believer in gamifying certain things.
Yeah, that's smart.
So what I did was I was like, man, I kind of want to teach myself management for one, and I want to learn, some basic, not coding per se. I am actively learning how to Minecraft mod now, how to like make my own mods.
Okay,
because it's kind of cool. Because I learned a little bit of Java in high school, but I didn't like master Java, obviously. So now I'm like, hey, let me go back to my roots and try modding. When it came to the server, I was like, I want to teach myself some admin stuff, and I want to host my own thing. And mainly because I just didn't find anything that was really interesting me at the time.
Oh, I see.
So I just started building a pack one day because I realized now it's stupid easy to make a mod pack now. It's all click, and
it is so easy.
It's not like you don't have to from like back 1.12, 1.7.10. You ain't gotta go into the files and manually make a list, make sure they all work together, and then upload that zip file to CurseForge. Nah, you can do everything from the CurseForge or Modrent app or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is actually really easy. So I had me and one of my buddies, we together made this pack.
Bro, this turtle's trying to get towards that grill food, I guess.
Turtle, I'm gonna cook you. So the main mod was based off that anime that I told you about.
Right.
And after a while, they made it compatible with the quests. So we had to make some custom quests for it because there's a lot of stuff in the mod.
Mm-hmm.
And there is in the beginning a little bit of luck.
Okay.
So we added it. So we added a system so you could get basically unlock everything. Not everything.
I see.
But this way, players who weren't as lucky as others, weren't like totally left in the dust. And what's going to be crazy is I remember seeing an announcement that all the newer versions of Minecraft from like 1.20, 1. Whatever, or 1.22 onward are all going to be open. So they're not going to obfuscate. They're going to de-obfuscate the game's code. So modders don't have to like they don't. I think it's decompiling. Don't quote me. Don't at me for my technical terms because I don't remember. All of the source code for the game is encrypted, right? So modders have to essentially decrypt
everything.
the main.
Okay.
And that's called obfuscation. If I'm speaking correctly, please comment down below if I got my terms wrong.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. Let me know. As of right now, for my personal server, I'm in the process of making an add-on and learning to make an add-on for that anime mod that I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
And there's for those at home or for the viewers, if you guys know an anime called Tensura, or that someone got reincarnated as a slime, there is a really, 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 really good Minecraft mod for it. It's currently in beta as of now, but once it comes out, the new update is going to be clean. The cool thing if you know anything about that anime, you know that the main character has a skill called Great Sage, right?
I think isn't it where they like get someone else's powers? Is that how it is?
Kind of. So no, I think you're thinking of the Predator skill, which allows him to like consume whatever he kills because he's a slime.
Right.
And he can like copy all their abilities and stuff. But no, I'm talking about Great Sage. Great Sage is like his little mini chat GPT. It acts like Jarvis, basically.
Oh, I see.
It's really cool. So in that world, you'll see the main character basically directly speak in his mind to Great Sage, right? So what I want to do, and I know it's going to be challenging, I don't even know if it's possible, so I'm going to have to ask about it. But I'm going to try and make an add-on that tweaks that skill a little to where you can both type in the chat, like a player command that says / Great Sage, and then you can ask it a question. And it would just be like, can I do blank? How do I craft blank?
Oh, that's smart. You could definitely do that. Right? I mean, I'm not tweaking.
I think I could. The problem is I would have to basically build a little mini AI assistant.
Yeah, you would.
I would have to build that into the add-ons. It's gotta be on some level, right? Like I'm not tweaking, right? If someone's smarter currently than me in the modding community can tell me if that's even feasibly possible before I waste so much time building this thing, let me know.
Is modding what you're most passionate about, or do you want to get into that later?
So I literally earlier today just started thinking about trying to mod.
Mm-hmm.
What interests me more is actually hosting and like
server owners,
managing server, being a server owner. Like to me, that's actually really fun because I get to have other people play basically the game that I create, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah,
and I get feedback, and people want to add stuff and change stuff, and it's just nice to have a community. That's what I get. I get the sense of community out of it, which leads into one of the dream businesses I really want to start.
Okay.
And I really just like it's on my bucket list, but if I could get it before I'm 30, that would be phenomenal. At me, I'm looking for an angel investor. Just at me.
Bro, I can relate. I know what you're talking about, bro. I need a philanthropist.
Well, so for me, I have it sounds weird, but I have a background in management.
Okay.
From working at a couple different fast food places. And I worked as a trainer, as a manager, obviously as a regular employee.
Are you in the same industry now?
No, actually. I have a very niche job now, which we'll get into in a sec.
Okay, bad.
But I really, really, really want to own a nightclub.
Oh, you really like owning like little areas where people congregate, I think.
Yes, I like building the community.
Yeah, that seems like
So
what you're passionate about. That's a great answer, bro.
So I want to own a nightclub, and I know that nightlife in the city I live is really, really big. I already have a name. I'm in the process of building a floor plan. That's almost done, and I have a building area idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have an area where I want it to be. So if you're an angel investor in Texas, hit me up because I think it'd be really cool. And I know that the bar life out here / club life is kind of static. There's not any new stuff popping up, and people are always craving something new to go to.
All right, how are you
So,
gonna change the Texas nightlife, bro?
So I know most clubs do this, but the way I want to do it is a little different. Most clubs aren't open throughout the week. Most clubs in my area are only open Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
I want to host a club that's open throughout the week. So that way, basically, Friday through Sunday is like club night in a way. And then you have Wednesday, Thursday, which could be like theme nights. And then Monday, Tuesday could be other stuff that I have ideas for. But as far as like the actual club itself, I want to do a warehouse style club, but throughout the week and on I'm going to call them the off days. I want to do other stuff that could still keep the business running. So people know about it through the day, and then people come again at night.
Like, I know there's some clubs that are kind of like speakeasy, like, you know, just chill, like not super loud. And then there's like the raves, you know what I mean? So where are you in between those?
Good question. I have the name kind of goes in with the theme of the building and the theme of the club. However, it doesn't have to stick with that. Like, I don't want to just like there's a bar / club that's downtown Houston called Wonder Bar. I actually went there with a friend for the first time like 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And each of their they got like a circle bar in the middle, and there's like a section for DJ and dancing, and then there's several different rooms with each have a different theme.
I see.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do something quite like that. I'm not trying to do that, but I also don't want it to just be a giant open park. Well, yeah, I don't want it to just be isolated to one thing.
All right, that was a good answer, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
You can continue.
I'm gonna dish out some life advice, which is ironic because of what I do for work.
Interesting. I'm curious to know now.
I work as a funeral home transporter, and this is gonna get kind of dark, so
that's okay.
Trigger warning to those who don't like talking about death. I gotta bring it up. So my job revolves around your passed away loved ones. If any member of your family passes away, me or someone else in my position are the people that come and pick up the family member from either the house, from the hospital, or from hospice, from like a nursing home. We're the people that pick them up and take them to the funeral home to be cremated, buried.
Oh, okay.
Correct. That's my job.
So you're the guy in between, like, whoever calls someone to say there's a dead body here and the embalmer.
Yes, I am that middleman.
Interesting. I never really thought. I mean, there's so many jobs and so many niche positions in the workforce that you don't really think about, like, someone has to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should ask you something broad about that. Like, what is it like? Maybe my first question will be, what are things that people who know what you do for work don't expect you think about or have to do? If that makes sense.
One of the big things that I feel like people don't think about when doing my job, like people who think about the industry as a whole, you know, like people don't think about this, and you can't really understand it until you witness it. There is a big difference between seeing death in TV or media or a video game. It truly hits different when you see a real human that is no longer with us.
Right.
The first time it happened, for me, it didn't bother me, and that's because I have a neurological disorder.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it very difficult for me to. I suffer from a severe emotional disconnect
I see. Do you
in
think
a
that
way.
makes it harder for you sometimes because maybe people expect you to feel a certain way and you don't?
So it actually helps. Believe it or not, it actually helps me because I'm able to disconnect between the family, my job, and the actual loved one. So it's like I don't get emotionally attached to the person.
Yeah.
That's not always the case though, because there have been situations where it's like relatable to me. Like I had, again, I'm a trigger warning here. One time, one of my calls, one of the hardest calls I've ever done, I had to go to a hospital, right? I had to go pick up this individual. They did not tell me it was a 4-month-old baby. The baby had passed away in the hospital 2 nights before, and I had to talk to the mom.
Oh no, that must have been so difficult. That makes me so sad to
So,
think about.
yeah, that's pretty tragic.
I know.
So, I went. I'll be honest. I did tear up a little at that call. Um, this might actually be a good time to bring out a way that I cope with this job, which I don't have to do a lot, but it definitely does help. Because, like I said, this job you see a lot of death. I made the joke. I make the joke that in a way I am the Grim Reaper because I'm the last one your loved one sees.
That's true, I guess.
But I individually have two things that I'm doing to try and combat the loss in a way. So I write poems about the calls that I go on from me to cope with. But honestly, the other thing as of now that I'm doing is I'm starting a nonprofit organization to build a sense of community and help provide outreach to those families who have lost loved ones and they don't know what to do. Like, yeah, they might be able, they're going to get guidance going through the process of getting a cremation set up or burial. Like, there's people to walk them through that. But one thing that I feel like is dying in society is that tight sense of community, especially when it comes to death. Because grieving is not something you can do alone safely. Grief hurts. Everybody deals with it differently, and it hits everybody differently at different times. Speaking from experience here, I have seen people shut down on me. I have seen people cry. I have seen people so numb that they are acting normal on the outside, but you can see in their eyes that they're dead.
Hmm.
Like a piece of them is gone. And I want to help those people by getting them in my organization and providing resources, not just whether like I want to do a support group. There are 82 deaths in Houston on average a day. Last time I checked, there are about 160 babies born a day. That's 100. Sorry, that is 240 families simultaneously both dealing with the grief or dealing with loss and dealing with birth,
Right.
dealing with in celebration.
Yeah.
The people who are grieving have very little people, or they don't. There's no community left, and I want to change that. That's 82 families I could be helping and helping them through that grieving process. If anybody who's listening has lost a family member, I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not. Don't feel isolated because of what's happened. Call your family members, talk to them. Call your parents if they're available, talk to them. Find some kind of outlet for the pain, because I know it's painful. But understand that at the end of the day, death does come for us all. And that is okay. Just because someone is gone, they are not forgotten.
It happens to everyone, you know? And I think when it happens to you, it always feels like it's, I mean, maybe not always, but a lot of the time can feel like it's a lot coming all at once. I really appreciate your goal. I think that's really cool. I mean, it's something people need, and they need community during that time. And a lot of people feel very alone when they lose a loved one, you know?
Yeah, I actually, I mentioned a poem earlier, and if you would be so kind for the viewers at home who may have lost recently, or may be going through something, if you would allow for them to hear a story of mine.
Oh, go for it, yeah.
Go ahead and take a seat by the campfire.
Let me sit next to you.
This poem is called The Last Breath. Her end is nigh, staring at the ceiling as the cold seeps in. Everyone stands around the bed. The silence is unnerving. She turns to the closest in her heart, giving the final smile. The youngest held by his father. I'll see you tomorrow, he speaks in confusion. Sorrow falls onto the mother's arm as it feels warm against her chilling skin. As the oldest moves by her side, pleading her not to go. The middle pulls them back as I enter into their home. Their stoic faces unreadable as I introduce myself. The Reaper, here to take them away where the soul may find peace. Off to a place of final rest. As the sounds of sorrow fill the night, as our departure comes to light. Her end was nigh, but this is not the end. For we live on at the pearly gates within.
Bro, that was beautiful, bro. That was really sad, too. It was somber, but it was good. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it.
Of course. And like I said, there is grief and pain are normal. It is how we deal with the pain and grief that will determine how our world changes. I thank the families and I thank everyone out there who has taught me this lesson. There's a quote my granddad, there's a few quotes of his I'll probably reference if I'm ever back on here.
Oh, yeah, bro. You can definitely come back on anytime.
One of the biggest ones I'll talk about is, and I'll end it with this. Every human is like a tree. Starts off as a sapling, small, unkempt, wild. As it grows, a tree must be pruned. It must be clipped. It must be cut. In order for it to grow tall and strong, some branches have to be culled. So that at the end of our life, we stand tall, we stand mighty, with firm roots to hold us to who we are. But everything does die. But the rings of a tree show the way we live. Thank y'all for listening, and everyone be safe.
I really love that. Thank you. You really gave it your all. I appreciate that so much.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Well, do you want to play a game?
What you got?
Your queen is watching that horse.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice that.
Oh my gosh, bro. Hello, thank you so much for watching my video to the end. If you want to be featured on the next interview, you can send me an email or you can join my Discord and contact me there. Both can be found in the description of this video.